everybody! Thank you for joining me again. This is Mushroom by So before we get started, let's do a quick review from our last lesson. So our last lesson we talked about food waste. Do you remember, is it good for the earth? No, it's not good for the earth. So one way that we learn how to reduce food waste and also to save money is by eating all of the parts of a plant. And you did that by making a broccoli and potato taco. So you used the broccoli stem and you also used the potato skin and you ate the whole vegetable. So what are some other unusual plant parts that we can also eat to help us reduce food waste? There's zucchini flowers and also carrot top as well. So don't forget those really fun, important vegetables. Alright, so for today, we are going to learn about eating in season. So let's spell that together. Season. S-E-A-S-O-N. Season. Alright, and it's really important to know about our season because there are different fruits and vegetables that grow during different time of the year, and we break the year into 4 parts, or as you just learned it, 4 seasons. So can you guess what season we are in right now? And how do you know? So we are in spring, and I can tell that it is spring by the flowers blooming outside, the leaves are filled with, the trees are filled with leaves, and the grass are also growing and they are green. So it is spring right now, and what comes after spring? There is summer, and I can tell that summer is coming because it's getting really warm, and by the time summer gets here, it will be really hot. And right after summer, what's next? So how can we tell? The leaves on the trees starts to turn yellow and then brown, and they fall off the trees. So that's a really big clue. It falls the tree. It's fall, and after fall, it gets cold. So what does that mean? It is winter. So those are our 4 seasons. And again, it's really important to know our season if we want to learn about our fruits and our veggies, because different fruits and veggies grow at different times. Some only grow during one season. For example, when you think about peaches, how does it feel outside when you are eating peaches? Is it hot? What season do you think peaches grow in? It grows in the summer, right? So that means that if a peach grows in summer, it is in season in the summer. Okay? All right. And another thing about fruits and veggies that grow in season is that they are really tasty because they are picked fresh and they are ripe. So once it gets to you, it tastes really good. And another really important thing about fruits and veggies that grow in season is that at the farm, there's so many of them, they're all growing. So when they get to the store, there's so many at the store that it is cheap. So if you're eating in season, not only is it tasty and yummy, it's also cheaper. So don't forget to eat in season. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on our recipe for today. We are going to make veggie fresh roll. And with our veggie fresh roll, we also have 2 dipping sauce to go with it as well. We have our sun butter dipping sauce, and we also have our soy dipping sauce. Both of them, you can find the recipe at our website. You can choose to make 1 or 2. I chose to make 2 because I want to try both of them. And I also have all of my veggies for my roll all chopped up already, ready to go. So our first step for today is we're just going to start with our rice paper. So here's my rice paper. There are brown ones, there are white ones. You can find them at the store. And make sure you have some warm water, either in a bowl or one of these things, ready to go. So I'm going to try it on this one first. And what you want to do is just stick it into the warm water. If you have hot water, it might be a little too hot for your hands. And if you have cold water, it's okay. It will take a little bit longer for your rice paper to soften up. So let's stick it in our warm water. And it takes about 15 to 20 seconds. And I tried it on this one. If I have a smaller one, it will go perfectly. But even if you have a bigger one, it will still work. All you want to make sure is that the rice paper doesn't break when it is still kind of hard. But once it's softened up, then it can go all the way in. And then it will start to soften up even more. Okay, and you will know that it is ready when it gets flimsy like that. So I like to wait just a little bit longer so that it becomes clear. And you can feel it on your finger too, that it is soft and that it's not gonna stand straight anymore. So that's how I know it's ready. So really important, take it out, make sure it's flat and straight, and you wanna lay it flat right on a placing mat or a ceramic plate. And you want to lay it on something that is really smooth. It has a really smooth surface. If you lay it on something like a wood chop cutting board, it's gonna stick onto the cutting board. So lay it flat. And what happens if you lay it and they lay it on top of each other like that, and now it sticks onto each other? You just stick it right back in here, and then take it back out while it's still wet, and while it still has water on it, use your hand to smooth it out like that. This is what I do. Smooth it out, smooth it out. There you go. Now it's completely flat. And if I have a little rip like that, that's the part that I want to get started on first so that it's folded all the way inside and it's not sticking out. Okay, so now it's flat. Let's go ahead and get started on all of our ingredients. And this is one way that I learned from a friend how to make a really colorful veggie roll is I make layers of my ingredients. So I'm going to start off with my mint. Rip it off. And I love mint, so I'm going to put a lot of mint. Lots of mint. Okay, so I have my mint. And then I want a different color. So I have some carrots right here. I'm going to make a layer of my carrot. Layer, layer, layer. There you go. And if you want more of something, you could put a lot of it. If you want just a little bit, like I just want a little bit of green onion and cilantro. So I'm gonna sort of hide that with my carrot like that. And then, what else do I have? I'm gonna change the color up a little bit. So I'm gonna put cucumber next. It's all cut up, nice and thin. And then, well, I have green again. So I'm gonna take my lettuce. Okay, and then a really colorful and pretty purple cabbage. Okay, and next thing you want to do, so use your thumb, pick up from under your wrap. Flip it over. So you don't want to flip it all the way. You just want to get it through the first ingredients. And then roll it on top of each other while using the rest of your fingers to hold the other ingredients so that they don't get pushed away, so that your your veggie fresh roll is tightened up. You don't want it to be loose, okay? You get there, you're halfway there, and now you want to close off the side. So just flip that in, put that in, and we're just gonna keep on rolling it. So again, use your finger to hold on to the veggies inside so that it's tightened up. And because the rice wrapper is already wet, that means that it's really sticky. So once you get to the end of it, it will just stick onto each other, and you have your nice veggie fresh roll. And look at how colorful it is. If it was the right one, you would have seen all of the colors, but I think it's really colorful. So let's do one again. Let's try one again. I'm gonna set this one aside, and let's do our bowl. So stick it in again, 15-20 seconds. You could do a little dance, you could do a little song. Parents, just make sure your kids don't get lost in their song and don't forget about their rice paper in here. So keep on flipping around. When I do it in a bowl, I still like to spin it around so that I make sure all the parts of my rice paper gets all of the water. Okay, it's getting flimsy. All right, and I know some folks who are really good and they just leave it when it's just flimsy like that, they get started already. So I'm gonna get started even though it looks like that. It has a lot of water on it, so it will soften up even more as you roll. Okay, so again, let's start with our ingredients. There's no particular order. You can go anywhere. You know what I'm gonna do this time? I'm gonna get my carrots because I want the oranges all around my veggie roll. I'm gonna sprinkle it around like that. Sprinkle it around so that the oranges is all around. And then again, I'm gonna get a lot of mint because I love mint. It smells so good. It's one of my favorite smell from any plant. I love mint. Okay, there you go. I could just make a mint veggie fresh roll. Okay, and then I have a little bit of my cilantro and my green onion in here. Switch out the colors. Here's our purple cabbage. Spread it out so that you get a nice bite of it when you bite into it and it's not just clumped up into one. And then we got our cucumber again, and then our lettuce. All right. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Using your thumb, get it from under. Lay it on the first ingredient. Use your other fingers to hold on to the other. Roll it on top. Once you get to the middle, close it up. Close it up. You want to tighten it up. Tighten it up. Okay. And then keep on rolling. Now look at that. You have your orange carrot spread all around your spring of your veggie roll. Looks good. So I'm gonna try a bite. I'm so excited. I'm gonna try a bite first with my sun butter dipping sauce. So let's try that out. So good. The crunch of the cabbage and the carrots. Let's try our soy dipping sauce. Take a little bite out of this. Perfect. I like a lot of lime, so I put an extra lime juice in here, and it tastes so good. So that is our veggie fresh roll recipe with our sun butter dipping sauce and our soy dipping sauce. It's really good, really fun to make. Comment below what fruit or veggie and season would you put in your veggie fresh roll. And again, you can make this in any season. So when it's winter, what would you put in it? When it's summer, oh, I'm so excited for summer. It's gonna be so good. What would you put in your veggie fresh roll? Comment below. And don't forget to check out our website for all of the recipe, all of the lessons, and the activity worksheet. And tune in next time with Eggplant Evelyn for our last lesson. Thank you again and have a peachy day.